Kristi.
And that's Leslie.
And we're going indie.
Woo! So today we are going to be talking about distribution. KU versus going wide. What does that mean? What are the pros and cons? Which one should you choose? We actually don't have the answer to that. But the rest of the stuff we're going to give you.
And maybe we'll tell what we think we're going to do or what I think I'm going to do. And you can tell what you actually are doing on this front. So to start, what is KU? What do those letters mean?
So that's Kindle Unlimited. And so that is through Amazon. And oh gosh, that activated my device. Never mind. Through the Zon, you can subscribe to Kindle Unlimited and read as much as you want of those Kindle Unlimited books, however much you want. You can have like 10 of them downloaded at a time, I think it is. Yeah. And you can just read as much as you want within their things. Now, the thing is, if you are indie published and you want to be in KU, you have to be exclusive. Your ebook can only be on the Zon.
Right. So you can't sell. Can you sell? Okay. And so I just want to back up just for a second. So that's for readers. Like I mean, some people don't even know that you can read, and it's only ebooks. Like that's not Kindle Unlimited is not going to send you actual physical books in the mail.
No,
like Amazon,
no.
You got to pay
just
extra
ebooks. You can still sell your paperbacks, anywhere. You can sell your paperbacks anywhere you want. This is just KU is just an ebook thing. You're exclusive with your ebook to only the Zon. Like that's the only place it can be. Whereas wide distribution is anywhere and everywhere, sell only, or send to libraries or whatever. So that's the thing about KU. You can't even be in a library as the ebook.
So besides libraries, I'm thinking like, what are other, ebook distributors besides KU?
So there's Kobo, Google Play, the Apple iBooks, Draft. So I use Draft to Digital because I'm wide. I use Draft to Digital and just send it to there's like 15 choices, and I'm like, send it all.
Yeah, that's crazy, and I think that readers they love those, and they all just keep reading straight through. And okay, so like on that note, how do you get paid on KU? Because I think that's a really important point, getting paid. Well, I'll say it by the word.
So on KU, you get paid by the page read. Right. Read. That is a word. Read. Read. By the page read. So as somebody reads through it, the further they get in your book, the more you get paid. Like that's how if people actually read your book through, you get more money. You get by the page read. But I will say one of the things I just learned this, you only get paid once. So if you have somebody who goes and rereads your book,
oh no,
I don't think you get paid a second time.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Because I think that's because there's other subscription services that have been popping up, like Kobo has one now, and but they're not exclusive. Right. And I think they pay for rereads. But I think someone told me that KU does not. If you know differently, put it in the comments, because I am not on KU, so my information is secondhand.
Okay.
But Leslie, you're still deciding if you're going KU or going wide.
I mean, I am and I'm not. I think we've talked about this a little bit, but I think that right out of the gate, I want to go wide. And then after like 3 months, maybe go back. So I will be distributing a series, which does really well in KU. And I already have the first 2 books written. So there's in some of the novellas. So it would be easy for me to just stick in there and to make it easy for readers. But at the same time, I would love to be able to go, have that option. But I don't know. I'm still deciding for sure.
Yes.
And I will say not coming out till May, so I've got a minute. That's like 6 months from now.
One of the things I did, and I learned this from another author, Melissa Tagg. She said she does this way, and I think this is absolutely brilliant, is she starts out wide, and when everything is tapered off, like a series is kind of on its tail end, she pulls the ebooks and sticks it in KU so that new readers can discover it. Because I think that is one thing that people need to know if you're deciding to go KU versus wide, is they are almost 2 readership bases.
Yes.
Like it is almost 2 groups of readers. People who read KU read almost exclusively KU. Like you've got to be an amazing book to get them to actually purchase it with more money. They're almost exclusively KU versus, Wide will, I mean, they're just shopping like, you always shop for books. But they're almost two different reader bases. So the idea of once all the people who are going to buy it have bought it, you can kind of pull it back in. And that is what she does. And that is something I'm playing with in the back of my mind when I get a whole series out and it's kind of on its tapering off. So that is an option. You're not stuck in with it. I think when you agree to go KU, I think you agree 6 months at a time per book.
So that's a perfect, like you can make a decision. Yeah.
So you can experiment, you can change, you can flip it back and forth, but I think it's 6 months at a time.
Okay. And one of the things that I think, especially when talking about the audience and indie versus traditional, is that I did not know this. I think you just told me this last week, that traditional publishers can be in KU and not be Wide. So
yes, I
actually
have books in KU, but they're not my indie books. They're my traditional books.
Right.
Because they've worked some kind of deal out that lets them not be exclusive. So I don't know how helpful this has been for anybody, this discussion part, but this is at least the difference between KU versus Wide. If you want anybody and everybody to be able to access your book, and if you want to be in libraries, which is actually very important to me to be able to be in libraries, you have to go Wide.
All right. So tell us in the comments if you're going Wide, if you're KU.
What are you doing? If you are going indie, what are you doing? If you're a reader, tell us how you read, because I would really like to know, because this is an ongoing discussion, because you can change, whenever you want. So let us know.